Here's a live look at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, where 23 hours from right now, that city will host its 5th Super Bowl. In all, it's the 17th time the state of Florida has hosted a Super Bowl, but in so many ways we have never seen one like we will see tomorrow. Hello and welcome inside News 3's Super Bowl Eve special. I am Adam Winkler. Megan Plain will be along shortly. For the next 30 minutes, we will serve up everything you need for game day, with the exception of hot wings and 7-layer dip. We do the football, you take care of the food. But we've got insights and interviews and local connections to get you set for tomorrow's tilt between the Kansas City Chiefs and Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a game you will see live right here on News 3. For the first time in 5 years, we are not here on assignment in the Super Bowl city. Due to the global pandemic, we, like most other members of the media, are safe at home this time around. And home, right here in coastal Virginia, inside this house, to be specific, is where the family of Kansas City Chiefs defensive lineman Derrick Nnadi has spent Sundays this 2020 NFL season. Nnadi, the Ocean Lakes High School product from Virginia Beach, tells us his family has attended nearly every game he's played in his football career. But because of COVID-19 restrictions, tomorrow's Super Bowl 55 will be the first time they see him play in person all season. They drove from Virginia to Tampa today, but will only be able to see him after the game should Kansas City win.
With them not being able to come, it did hurt me a little bit, but I wanted to make sure they were safe because of, this pandemic and all. I had to tell my parents, after the game, you're not going to be able to see me. The only way you're really going to see me is after the game. So that's more motivation. I want to be able to see my parents on the field when the game's over.
I snapped this picture of the Nnadi family at last year's Super Bowl. They were loud and they were proud. But this time around, Derrick's second straight Super Bowl appearance, there's another source of pride for the Nnadi family. Not long after last year's Super Bowl victory, we began to learn about another MVP with the same last name. It's an unforgettable image. Derrick Nnadi, after winning his first Super Bowl title last season, doing a confetti angel on the field. This year, another family member is displaying their wings.
I have my highest respect for my mom. She's really just like a whole guardian angel in my eyes.
Christy Nnadi, Derrick's mother, is a nurse in Virginia Beach. Since last March, she's been on the front lines of the fight against COVID-19.
She's so committed. She never shows any weakness, any sadness. She just does her job.
I pray to God every day that it will get better. This is the job I chose to do. I'm not gonna shy away because that's pandemic.
But she is going to get away.
I say, I need this day off, this day and this day, no question asked.
So, thanks to some rare and well-deserved time off, Christy, a licensed practical nurse, will be at Sunday's Super Bowl. And while doing so, she'll share a stadium with more than 7,000 other healthcare heroes.
My mom's doing everything in her power to help everybody in the area.
And Sunday, Christy Nnadi's guardian angel wings carry her to Tampa, where she just might see another set of wings. Whether he's doing a celebratory confetti angel after the game or registering a tackle during Super Bowl 55, when you're watching Derrick Nnadi in action tomorrow on News 3, be sure to take a peek at his shoes. For several games this season, Nnadi has worn custom cleats designed by a shoe artist in Richmond. And Adam Jimerson designed the kicks Nnadi will wear in tomorrow's Super Bowl. There they are. Aren't they fly? Minutes before Adam shipped the shoes to Derrick this week, he chatted with us and explained his custom work.
Obviously, him being from the 757, I wanted to keep the water vibe, the ocean vibe, without having palm trees or sunset on there. We did a glitter pair for him, so that was super out there. And then we did the 2 anime pairs too with the characters on them. I wanted to go with something that we hadn't done before, so I went with the something in the water vibe. This truly was a freestyle. I've never done the water ripples or anything like that, so I love the way they turned out.
Yeah, we do too. Derrick will as well. Jimerson, who attended Radford University, works as an artist for Stadium Custom Kicks. This fella, Travis Crittenden, will not be wearing cleats during tomorrow's game, but he is going to be on the field. And he's a big reason why the Chiefs are back on the Super Bowl stage. Crittenden, the new Kent High School alumnus who played college football at VMI, is an assistant strength and conditioning coach for Kansas City. With the offseason fully virtual due to the pandemic, he helped conduct workouts with every player via Zoom. The end result? A chance at his second straight Super Bowl title.
It's nothing that you've ever known before. So you're taking educated guesses at a lot of things you're doing. You hope that this plan you lay out, that everybody's going to execute it at home and understand it. Getting in there and blue collar work and doing things the right way, that will get you to the top. So satisfying is kind of the only word that comes to mind, to just know that all that work hadn't been in vain.
Crittenden's first NFL job was working for head coach Andy Reid when he was in Philadelphia back in 2012, and he's been with Reid ever since. Or if you're a fan of the Norfolk Tides Baseball Club and attended any games early in the 1999 season, you may have cheered for this guy. You recognize him? I bet you know his son. This is Pat Mahomes Sr. He started 6 games as a pitcher for the Tides in April and May of that 99 season. At the time, Patrick Mahomes, now the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback, was 3 years old. We've got another Mahomes baseball connection coming up. Mahomes, the reigning Super Bowl most valuable player and former league MVP, is considered by many to be the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Tomorrow night, he'll square off against the best quarterback to ever play in the NFL. Yes, we are talking Tom Brady. At 43 years old, Brady is the oldest starting QB in Super Bowl history. Should he lead his Tampa Bay Buccaneers to victory in the first ever home game Super Bowl, it's going to be Brady's 7th title. I had a chance to visit with this fella, Dr. Tom House, Brady's longtime personal throwing coach, and I asked him why the QB is still grinding at his craft when his Hall of Fame legacy was cemented years ago.
I've been able to work with Hall of Famers in 3 different sports, football, baseball, and golf. And the one common denominator is this genetic predisposition to try to get better every day. I'm talking about 1% every day in something.
More on Brady in a moment. House, who famously worked with this fella, Nolan Ryan, and helped the baseball legend throw a no-hitter at age 44, has a baseball background because he spent 8 years as a major league pitcher. I asked Dr. House if he can recognize Patrick Mahomes' baseball background while he's on the field playing quarterback.
You don't have to have a pure overhand delivery. You can throw sidearm, you can throw on the run. Basically, Mahomes is a shortstop playing quarterback. He could just as easily be in the big leagues right now being a shortstop. It's the same physical preparation, the footwork, it's exactly the same stuff. It's just being done in a different uniform.
Mahomes was actually selected by Major League Baseball's Detroit Tigers in the 2014 MLB draft, and he's a part owner of baseball's Kansas City Royals. All right, we told you Tom Brady is gunning for his 7th Super Bowl title, the most of all time. Tomorrow's tilt is his 10th Super Bowl appearance, also the most ever. But Super Bowl 55 is his first trip to the biggest game on the globe as a member of these guys, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. March 20th, Brady signed a free agent contract with the Bucs after 20 seasons in this uniform, 6 titles with the New England Patriots. We have plenty of Pat fans in our area, so we wanted to know, are they rooting for or against Tommy?
He did a lot for us in 20 years, and I wish him well. Go Brady.
I'd like to see Brady win, specifically because that'll keep the Kansas City Chiefs from winning back-to-back Super Bowls and having us be the last one to do it, 2003, 2004.
He got us to all these Super Bowls here on my arm. I commend him for his passion, his dedication, his talent. I love watching him play the game. I don't care where he goes, I'll watch him.
Now, most of us are focused on tomorrow's Super Bowl 55, and rightfully so, but looking ahead to next season, the Patriots host Brady and the Bucs. You think that game's going to be on national TV?
I never set out to be the first at all in any of this.
A female on the field. Up next, Sarah Thomas, who will become the first woman to officiate a Super Bowl, admits one thing likely to happen before kickoff. Plus, UVA, Virginia Tech, and Norfolk State are each represented in tomorrow's Super Bowl. Megan Plain joins us for the Commonwealth College Connections in Super Bowl 55. That is straight ahead. But first, our trivia question. We call it the Super Stumper. Tomorrow, Tom Brady will become the 4th quarterback to start a Super Bowl for multiple teams. We want you to tell us the other 3. We've got the answer later in the show. You're watching Wink Super Special as we get you set for Super Bowl 55. Welcome back to our Super Bowl Eve special. This is a live look outside of Raymond James Stadium, site of tomorrow's tilt in Tampa. It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Kansas City Chiefs live on News 3. Yeah, you heard that right. The Bucs are hosting the Chiefs. For the first time ever, we will see a team play a Super Bowl in its home stadium. But Tampa's home turf, not the only level playing field we will see on display in Super Bowl 55. Serving as the down judge tomorrow night with that ponytail on display, Sarah Thomas will be the first female to ever officiate a Super Bowl. The mother of 3 and former college basketball player, already made postseason history 2 years ago. That's when she became the first woman official in an NFL playoff game. Tomorrow night, she steps onto the sport's biggest stage, but tells us this historic achievement, it's not about her.
It means a lot to me. I have a precious little girl that is watching her mom, not just on a football field, but daily at home. I never set out to be the first at all in any of this. But knowing the impact that I'm having on not just my daughter, but young girls everywhere, women everywhere, when I get on that field and I take it all in, I know that I'm probably gonna get a little teary-eyed.
And we won't blame her. Prior to joining the NFL in 2015, Sarah worked as a college official in Conference USA. That, of course, is the league in which Old Dominion University competes. And for the third time in 4 years, ODU will have a player on a Super Bowl roster. Defensive end Tim Ward played in 1 game for the Chiefs this season after spending last year on injured reserve. Let's welcome sports reporter Megan Plain to the show. Megan, we just mentioned Tim Ward from ODU, and earlier we spotlighted Travis Crittenden from VMI, but you found even more Commonwealth College connections in Super Bowl 55.
There are plenty more, Week. We are just at the tip of the iceberg. The Commonwealth is also sending plenty of ACC guys to the game. For UVA product and Chiefs defensive back Juan Thornhill, this is his second chance at a Super Bowl. When the Chiefs were in this game last year, all the Super Bowl did was bring hurt to Thornhill because a few weeks prior he tore his ACL and was out for the remainder of the season. He got to attend the game but was left cheering for his team from the stands, where he experienced a moment that hurt him to his core. After playing a part in getting the Chiefs to the Super Bowl, he had to watch his teammates run out the tunnel and take the field without him.
I was standing front row screaming for him. And then after that, it's just like, it hit me super hard and I shut down. Because like mentally, I just really wanted to be on the field. And I think that's what drove me throughout this whole year. Like, I'm going to get back to that game. It's like, I had to get back.
Not that he needs any more motivation after sitting out last year's Super Bowl, but as a former Wahoo, he will definitely have some extra incentive when he sees some Hokies on the opposing sideline. Bucs coach Bruce Arians played at Tech, as did his assistant coaches Cody Grimm and Nick Rapone. So add beating a trio of Hokies to the mix, and for Thornhill, it'll make a Super Bowl win that much sweeter.
A little bit of gas on the fire, just a little bit, because you know how we feel about Hokies. But it'd definitely be a lot of fun just to go out there and play against some guys that I might know, see some familiar faces, and then just maybe after the game we might can catch up and talk a little trash.
Post-game trash talk is something Thornhill missed out on during his UVA days because he never got a dub. His 4 years at Virginia came in the midst of the Cavaliers' 15-game losing streak against Tech. Now, Arians did not have the pleasure of that heated conference rivalry with UVA because Virginia Tech was still a few decades away from joining the ACC during his playing days. But he certainly would have created some trouble for the Cavaliers. As Tech's quarterback in 1974, he set the record for most rushing touchdowns by a Tech QB in a season, a record that was not broken until 42 years later. Now let's go ahead and look back on how Arians' years in Blacksburg shaped him into the man he is now.
I love the Hokies. I'll be a Hokie for life. I won't be anything else for life, but I'll be a damn Hokie for life. I know that.
It was during Arians' time as a Hokie when he laid the groundwork for becoming the type of coach he is today. After leading the team as a QB, he returned to Tech for a 5th season as a grad assistant, learning from one of his biggest mentors, former Hokies coach Jimmy Sharp.
Jimmy taught me how to make his players believe that they're going to win every single game, even though they probably didn't have the chance, because we stunk. But we went on the field every time believing we were going to win the game.
Bruce was a winner. He wanted to win. He could get a little bit uptight sometimes over it, but he wanted to win, and he played hard and expected everybody else to play hard.
He was an easy guy to get along with. He he had a way of getting along with everybody.
Arian's ability to find common ground with people of all different backgrounds was key because when he played for Tech in the 1970s, the school had only just started allowing black athletes to join the football team. During that time, Arians became the first white player to room with a black player in school history. Fast forward to today, and he's put together the NFL's most diverse coaching staff, with all black coordinators and multiple women as assistant coaches.
To hear voices in a staff meeting that aren't the same, don't look alike, but they all have input, you get better output.
Output that has led them to the NFL's biggest game of the season. As Arians says,
I'll be a Hokie for life.
And a win on Sunday allows him to add another title that'll last for life: Super Bowl winning head coach. The diversity on Arians' staff extends to scouting as well, a department that includes former Norfolk State running back and Bucks college scout Donovan Cotton. Scouting is a dream he realized while playing for the Spartans. During his sophomore year, he read a book called The Draft, which outlines the ins and outs of scouting, and that made his career choice for him. The only problem? He didn't know a single soul who worked in the field of scouting. So with the help of his running backs coach, he started sending off letters to NFL teams, and you will not believe how many it took for him to finally land a gig.
After a while, you get so many no's, and you kind of make it a game. Like, I know there's a yes out there somewhere, right? And so I stopped at 377. I got a phone call from the Packers for an opportunity for an internship, and it kind of, kind of went from there.
That call from the Packers has led to what is now his 7th season as a scout with the Buccaneers. But my gosh, 377 letters. When I graduated college, I sent off 59 applications before I got a job. I thought that was bad, but 377?
I mean, the fact that he could deal with that rejection and still find a way to do what he loves, something tells me he will be enjoying that Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, he's got that mental strength for sure.
That is awesome. Great stuff. Great spotlights, Megan. We appreciate it. All right, still to come on this Super Bowl Eve special, Megan and I are going to make our predictions, and we welcome your heckling via social media. That is ahead as our Super Bowl Eve special rolls on. Here's another live look at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Super Bowl 55, tomorrow night, right here on News 3. We're back after this timeout. Welcome back. Inside News 3 Super Bowl Eve special. Weeks before the Chiefs or the Buccaneers are victorious tomorrow night, sports gamblers picked up a big win here in Virginia. 5 sports books have launched in time for Super Bowl 55, which means, Megan, it's legal to bet on the big game.
It certainly is legal, and because it's newly legal, I'm sure plenty of people have questions about the approach they should be taking when it comes to sports betting. Well, I chatted with FanDuel's Brian Mitchell and DraftKings' Johnny Avello, who tells us what categories could be good for beginners.
Maybe the point spread, the total points scored in the game, or the money line, which means a team to win the game straight up. Some of the other things can get a little confusing sometimes, so go with what you know.
Watch the offenses, watch the defense. You got to weigh your options properly. And then ultimately, if you're going to bet what you are comfortable losing. See, everybody just say, oh, I'm going to win. Well, what if you lose? Start off a little easy, and then as you begin to get more familiar and learn more, and you begin to raise it up just a little bit more.
And it's imperative that you only bet what you can lose. You know, don't want to be without the money to pay your bills. So if you want to bet on the Super Bowl, it's pretty easy because sports books do allow you to do it from your phone.
It is very convenient. Now, no matter which sports book you use to wager on the Super Bowl, you can find some ridiculous prop bets. Here are a couple of our favorites, courtesy of sportsbetting.ag. Megan, you go first.
Gotta go with the Puppy Bowl winner. That's how you get your Super Bowl day started off right. Team Fluff versus Team Rough. I'm going with Team Fluff because Team Rough is all bark, no bite. Let's go Fluff.
How about this one? You can bet on which coach's nostrils we see first. How 2021 is that? Of course, they'll be wearing masks. Absolutely Bruce Arians. Andy Reid, it looks like a turkey beak, his mask. So I would throw my money down on Bruce Arians.
I'm with you.
All right, we are still have a little bit more to get to. Megan and I make our Super Bowl predictions, and we answer the trivia question when we come back. We asked you to name the 3 men Tom Brady will join as quarterbacks to start a Super Bowl for multiple teams. They are Hall of Famers Peyton Manning and Kurt Warner, along with Craig Morton, who did it for the Cowboys and the Broncos. All right, Megan, it's crunch time. Let's go. Call your shot. Who wins tomorrow's Super Bowl 55, and also who scores the first touchdown and wins the MVP?
Scoring the first touchdown, I'm going to have to go with Tyreek Hill on this one. Chiefs going to get out early, get ahead. I think the MVP of the game, it's going to be Tom Brady. The winner of this game, though, it is going to be the Buccaneers. I think they're going to pull off the upset. I'm going with them.
Give me Chiefs 27-20. We hope you enjoyed the game. 6:30 kickoff tomorrow night on News 3. For everyone involved in this one, we appreciate you watching. Enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday.